All right, Lev, let's keep them rolling.
Yeah.
You were stopped just now, Shaggy. You can just say you want to leave, like you don't need to make an excuse. Like, oh no, Scoob, this thing is controlling itself and going the other way. Like, you don't gotta be an asshole about it.
Shaggy.
Shaggy's like, I don't know, he's always been my favorite. I feel like he's everybody's favorite.
It's a mean green.
Because my favorite thing about him is, as a kid, I never would have thought he was a stoner. I just thought he was just a guy in a green shirt.
Yeah.
Then as I got older, it blew my mind when my dad called Shaggy a stoner. I'm like, why'd you call Shaggy a stoner? He's like, because he is. Look at his goatee and everything. I'm like, oh my god. Like, it actually blew my mind because I just never thought of it. Like, he's a stoner.
Yeah.
And I was just like, whoa. That's so clever.
That's so clever. My favorite part in the live action when he's like, Mary Jane, like, that's my favorite name.
Yeah.
And then where he's like, Scoop, let's do what we do best. And then it cuts to the mystery machine and like smoke's coming out of the top.
And they're just like cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie. There was some creative people working on that movie. What was I gonna say? Oh, how... This isn't working. How... I always found just the idea of Scooby-Doo weird. It's like teenagers, like, because when I was a kid, because like everybody seems older than they actually are when you're a kid, you know, like somebody who's 13 seems like they're fucking 40, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I saw Scooby-Doo, they seemed like adults to me. You know, I always thought they were adults, but no, they're like teenagers. Like, I think like in some iterations of Scooby-Doo, they're like in junior high. You know what I mean?
They can drive those. They're always.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Fred can.
Yeah, I guess they'd be in high school then.
And it's assumed that they're all similar in age.
But it's just weird that they're kids, because I grew up thinking they were like adults, and the fact that they're kids solving mysteries, like, get in fucking school.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a weird show. Like, I don't know, but what makes it iconic? Is it the characters? Is it the scenario?
I think it was just the marketing behind it.
You think it was just pushed?
Well, nowadays it is. I think before it was just fun and it's easy to watch, and now it's like...
Okay, why Scooby-Doo, though? Why is Scooby-Doo the show to get a direct home-to-movie video with John Cena every 2 months? Why not Tom and Jerry or something like that? Why
Tom
Scooby-Doo?
and Jerry does, but just not as often.
Yeah, why Scooby-Doo as often as it does?
Whoever owns it. Not that
it would just be Cartoon Network, right? Or no, I guess because Hanna-Barbera is not a thing anymore, is it?
I don't know. Well, even if I lost my thought. Even if the same company owns it, you think there's probably different people with different opinions on how to treat series. Plus, there's tons of Scooby-Doo stuff around. Like, I mean, they probably have warehouses full of Scooby-Doo birthday party stuff still. And they're like, well, we gotta sell this somehow.
Yeah, and it's just kind of sad because Scooby's just like a...
Plus, it's just a family trusted thing. Tom and Jerry, some families are like, that's violent. I feel like Scooby-Doo is just a straight up, like, families are like, yeah, a kid will like that. Good. This will be good for him.
It's a dog, and he's all like, Ruh-oh, and all that Scoob. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like, what?
The song that they're playing.
Yeah, it's like songs from
Hey, Scoob!
Over here.
Okay.
What?
Okay. So, I got sent a thing recently. It was like every theme song of Scooby-Doo ever. And there's this one where they're like, it's like Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, and then it literally ends with him going, "That's me."
Yeah, I've seen that. It was like a weird, like, Saturday morning.
Wait, are we already a fifth done with this game?
What did it say? What did it say?
Wait for it. It said 18%.
So let me just wait for the mystery man to settle the fuck down. Yeah, we're back.
19%. Is that of the level, or is that
No, that's of the whole game.
this game's short.
Yeah.
Is that, or we're just good?
Yeah. Let's just pretend we're good.
Zoinks.
I was like, sorry for that cut. Somebody just covered in. But recorded. Gosh.
Plus, we had to wait an hour for the mystery machine, anyways.
Yeah. Why is everything like that?
It like has a timeout or something.
Yeah.
A cooldown.
You were saying something.
We're just talking about the theme song where he's like, "That's me."
Yeah, it was like a weird Saturday morning kids. Do you remember the kids WB?
Yeah. Wait, is that like? I remember it, but I mean.
It was the channel that Animaniacs aired on.
Oh yeah. Yep. I remember. And then like Kirby.
Yeah, I think Kirby was on there.
Kirby, right back at ya.
I still find that weird that Kirby Right Back at You exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because, like, why Kirby? Why was Kirby, like...
When they could have did Zelda or Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, some guy, like... I feel like... Because it came from Japan. And Kirby's probably really easy to animate. It probably just had a really good, pitch or something. Kirby's cheap to animate.
But it was like...
It's a circle.
I think it was, like, one of the main developers of Kirby wanted to do it. Like, Nintendo...
It would never have started as a thing over here.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's from Japan, I feel like Kirby's huge in Japan. Even back then.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, back to Scooby-Doo, though. Have you ever, like, looked at Hanna-Barbera's, like, backlog of shows?
Yeah.
And just, like, it's exactly, because it's like, they had Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo was a hit. It's understandable, because, like, the characters are lovable. It's, you know, it's just a Monster of the Week, fun comedy show. But then they, like, tried to copy Scooby-Doo so many times and make, like, a new Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Like, they had that one with, like, a shark was in it or something.
Wait, was that them?
What?
There's, like, a shark that solves mysteries?
I think so. I think that's what it was. It was
I
like
didn't know that was them.
It was like Scooby-Doo, except that instead of a Great Dane, it was like it was a shark. And I think they solved mysteries. And then there was like Josie and the Pussycat Dolls, which was also a mystery show.
The Pussycat Dolls.
What was it?
Just Josie and the Pussycats, I think. The Pussycat Dolls is like a band or something.
But yeah, I think they were solving mysteries too. I think that's what that show was. Do you remember?
Yeah, wasn't there a Scooby-Doo where they meet them?
Yeah, but it was just weird because like they had this hit, which was Scooby-Doo, and then they just tried to make their own Chinese knockoffs of their own shows.
Yeah.
And it was just weird. Like, why? You already have Scooby-Doo, so why do you have to make these other shows that are so similar to Scooby-Doo? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
And they never caught on. Do you remember Grape Ape?
That's what I was just thinking. Is that Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah, it is. It's not another Scooby-Doo thing, but just fucking Grape Ape.
Well, because they had their characters were kind of like, I don't know. I feel like their big thing is like, let's make a marketable show. Because all you remember all of their shows.
And a lot of their shows had like a lot of merchandise.
That too. Plus, they always showed up in like Fridays. You still haven't seen the Fridays theme, have you? Because I was talking to you about that in the Shrek series.
You're talking about the live action thing, right?
Yeah, it was basically like a.
I like know what it is, but like I don't remember.
Fridays with Tommy and Tara.
Yeah, like I remember them, but like I don't remember the intro.
Their theme song, it was so cool. We should watch it right after this episode.
I remember Cartoon on Fridays. God, why doesn't Cartoon Network do that anymore?
I feel like it's just a different time.
That was not Cartoon Fridays, but their bumpers for like the longest time, like when we were growing up, had all the characters interacting with one another.
And now they're just.
You know, and it made it seem like Cartoon Network was just like.
What even is it now? I think it's just the.
It's just like it's like doo 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 doo.
Yeah, and then they just.
It's just some wacky announcer be like, Teen Titans go!
They just use like teal or cyan, red, and whatever yellow. They just use like that color scheme.
So I wasn't paying attention. We got the helmet, but I don't know how to use it. So, yeah.
Just gotta mash.
Oh, I just use it when I press B now. Okay.
The monster mash.
But my favorite like era of Cartoon Network was the city like era.
Yeah, for sure.
I fucking love those bumpers so much.
Cause it reminds me of well, I guess the other way around. The Uncle Grandpa, the one with the movies, where they're all just in the same room together. That's what it reminded me of.
That bit from Uncle Grandpa's so good.
Uncle Grandpa's such a good show.
Did I show it to you? Or
I looked it up.
It's like I don't know. Maybe it's just us, cause like you guys know Jak Lev, we're a little wacky, and maybe it just resonates with us. But why doesn't anybody else like?
Uncle Grandpa was a good show.
It was good. Like
it was just funny. Like get past the fact that it's stupid. It's funny.
It like yeah, and like there was some creative people working on it, like really creative people. But just
I can't wait for my oatmeal.
Like, okay, everybody, stop watching this episode and look up fucking Uncle Grandpa Oatmeal. Like that should bring it up, right? Like, stop this video. That
deserves an award.
You don't even need to finish this episode. Just watch that. Like, holy shit.
How did they get that on TV? Like someone at Cartoon Network was like, okay, you can make this.
Yeah. Like, you know, everybody, like, the big wigs had, like, sick days, and there was the one, like, new guy who was like, you know what? Like, I don't know. Just, Uncle Grandpa was good. And, like, I don't know. It got kind of a decent run, didn't it?
Yeah, it ran for quite a while. It had its run. Like I can't say it didn't. It ran for a while.
Yeah, it had a decent amount of seasons, especially considering like Clarence is only gonna have 3 seasons. I think it had like 4 or 5 seasons, didn't it?
Wikipedia said 5, but I think some of them are short. I think they did the thing where they give it the really short first season just to see how people take it. That's what regular show did.
I remember
Adventure Time might have too, I can't remember.
The really short.
Hey, Mario 64.
Hey. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, Lev. When we first started playing this game, I was actually gonna say like, I don't know if we're gonna finish this, but I'm actually like digging this game.
Yeah.
Like critically, it's probably not a good game, but I don't know. It's just
it's better than some of the games we've played.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the better ones. Like I think it's because I went into it not knowing anything. I had no expectations going into this. But it's just like a collect-a-thon, kind of.
In a spooky house.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I actually killed a man. It's just a guy in a mask, Scoob. Like.
So are you supposed to die to get those? Or do you get a double jump later?
I have a double jump now.
Oh.
Like, that's how I just got it.
Okay.
Do you remember, what was it? Monster House?
Yeah.
What studio made that?
I don't know. I feel like I would enjoy Monster House more now, though.
Yeah.
I actually saw Monster House in theaters, and at the time I was just like, it's a show. I feel like its audience was kind of an older, like it was
meant for more of an older demographic.
I feel like it was either that or I just like missed the point when I saw it.
All I remember is they camp out like spying on the house and they like pee in bottles. You remember that?
I like the style of it where they make it look claymation or something, but it's like actually just animated.
The fact that we're in a haunted house reminded me of it, but like I don't know who made it because it's not like one of the big dogs like DreamWorks or Pixar.
I wonder if they make other movies too.
Because it was like actually a decently animated show from what I remember.
That's another thing. We Jack and me always say we're gonna look stuff up after we record. We never do once. I don't think we've ever looked up the thing we said we were gonna.
Yeah, I don't think we have either, because we usually start recording really late, and usually when we
Must have
finish,
kept
it's
it
like...
on simmer.
Does that just say wet floors?
It says Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo!
Everything's like, how did they name a snack? Or is he named after the snack, maybe?
I don't know. That was never explained. I never thought of that, though. Maybe he is named after the snack. Yeah.
That would make more sense than the snackity named after him. Or unless, maybe they're famous. Is the Mystery Gang famous?
Yeah, they are.
So maybe the snack is named after him.
There's got to be an episode where they'd, like, talk about it. That make...
Back, like, after they get to their meta years, they'll point it out.
Yeah. I think that probably is it, because they are famous in some of the iterations of Scooby-Doo. Like, they're world known. Because, yeah, like, every like, person they go up to, they're like, oh, the Mystery Gang. I almost said the Mystery Shack. Have you got to watch Gravity Falls?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I want to, but it's like, no one lets me... I don't have Hulu.
I don't have Hulu anymore. My parents canceled it because I was the only one who watched it.
Oh.
Yeah. So now I'm just watching SpongeBob over and over again on Amazon Prime because there isn't shit on Netflix. Why does Netflix get so much love?
BoJack.
Okay, yeah. I shouldn't have even said anything.
Why haven't you watched BoJack?
I'll watch BoJack. What else do I need to watch on Netflix? Is it
Stranger Things is watchable. The second season came out yesterday.
You haven't gotten the chance to watch it. Am I supposed to be able to get that, or?
It's live action though. It's not a cartoon, but it is watchable. I think you would like it. It's just a fun show.
What am I supposed to do here?
Just jump on it.
No, it kills me instantly.
Oh. You probably have to turn it off somehow. Well, there was a switch over on the other side, wasn't there?
Oh, was there? I didn't even check. You're probably right, though.
I feel like I saw a switch at some point.
Right there. I was playing my Switch for all you kids at home.
There, that button.
Oh. Alright. I totally missed that when I was over here. And yeah. I don't know. God, that's one topic I can never get, like, tired of talking about is, like, old Cartoon Network. Because just, like, how great was it?
It was good.
Yeah.
I feel like...
It alright.
I feel like kids these days, that, I feel like they're gonna have the same memories with what they have now, though. Yeah,
because, like, if you really think about it, we had our Teen Titans Go type show. Like, what was our show that got reran over and over again?
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I guess Scooby-Doo. There was, like, some other ones, so...
I can't think of any just really, Well, there were shows, like, exactly like a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
that
stuff
we just
like
watched.
that.
Like, stuff that you wouldn't consider good.
But, like, for some reason, we as adults now forget about that. Because, like, we're only going to remember, like, the good stuff.
Yeah. And, well, I don't know. Well, there's the thing with, like, they used to do the experimental stuff, like the city thing. And, okay, do you remember this one? They had, like, a Total Drama Island thing, but it was before Total Drama Island, and it was just, really, they were shorts, but they had, Cartoon Network characters on them.
No?
It was like just 1 minute long shorts, and it was like people getting voted off of the island. And it was like Eustace and the Powerpuff Girls and
Really?
Yeah.
It's probably a thing I would note it, like I would remember it if I saw it.
I don't know if it was ever on TV. I found it on the internet. Like, I don't remember it really fondly myself, but they must have played it.
Do you remember they weren't really live action, it was like a Roger Rabbit type thing. But it was like an actually like kind of creepy Scooby-Doo shorts like in between episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think like somebody actually dies in them in the plot.
I do remember that.
It was to promote like a movie, like an actual like Hollywood movie. And it was like kind of, they were recorded like Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
Where like it was just like Fred with a camera or something. And I remember they were actually like kind of scary.
I mean, Cartoon Network goes back and forth, but with like how experimental they are. But that is the one thing that I'm not sure if kids these days are getting that dose of it. Like just with the commercials and bumpers and stuff, I feel like those are all just kind of.
Well, yeah, they're just like up next is this. Whereas like.
Not to say in 2 years, oh, did that break?
Yeah, but I can fix it.
I can fix that.
I can fix it. Oh, it's this guy.
I'ma fix him.
Shaggy, it's a guy in a sheet.
Did you ever see the South Park where?
Why is the floor slippery?
Did you ever see the South Park with Korn?
Korn?
The band, like Korn.
Explain the plot to me, maybe.
It was a Scooby-Doo knockoff. Like
oh yeah, what happens in it?
The band Korn comes to play at their like costume festival.
And
then they have to
seen
solve
it.
a mystery. And then they were like in the end they were like, and they were able to make fake ghosts using a flashlight, a squirrel, and and a plastic cup. And they were like just like
just talking about bullshit.
Yeah, it was just funny. That was like back when South Park just didn't care, like the really early ones, when it was like really just a poop joke show.
It's so weird to think that South Park was at one point that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like it feels like it's been like, oh, they make it the week of and make it like recent. Like it just feels like South Park's always been that now to me at least.
They just kind of reinvent themselves whenever they're bored with the formula. That's the one good.
Yeah, like South Park is still the same show with the same characters, but it feels so different now.
Yeah, it changes so much.
Like it does. You can tell it's the same show, but it doesn't ever feel like the same.
It almost
show.
used to just be making fun of hick show or hick towns. And now it's more just making fun of society as a whole.
That's definitely what season 1 was, like for sure. And like now it's just like making fun of pop culture, which in today's world that's definitely gonna like sell more and like yeah.
And they normally keep it fresh with what they do. If something's been beaten to death, they usually don't do it.
Yeah, I mean like I'd rather a show take the South Park approach where it's actually recent instead of like fucking. Well, I mean this is kind of a bad example, but like the Simpsons Pokemon Go thing, or I know Family Guy does it all the time.
Yeah. Plus my other thing with South Park is it's a show that I can watch and like have on and work on stuff while I do it.
Those are my favorite kind of shows.
Cause it's easy to get their plot. It's easy to get their jokes without paying attention. Also,
what?
I've been watching Naruto.
Have you?
Yes.
What do you think of it?
Well, I watched.
Yeah, you watched it before.
I watched over half of the first series when I was a kid. And I'm enjoying it.
Are you?
Like it has.
Like
go into it assuming that it's gonna be a preteen. Like
I'm not criticizing you because I don't know anything. I don't know the first thing about Naruto, except for what I've seen in like the first 3 episodes on Cartoon Network or Toonami.
If you go into it assuming what it's gonna be, expecting what it's gonna be, you know.
You'll enjoy it, or
you'll enjoy it more. Like it still has its. Because we're not too different. You and I, Sasuke.
And like, I.
Jared actually knows the hand signs.
Really?
Jared goes hard.
And like, is it like, how did you beat me? And I beat you through the power of friendship.
Yeah, and then he's like, I beat, like they have to explain everything. It's like very Yu-Gi-Oh in that. And every episode only has about 15 minutes of footage. Because it's like if you skip everything that's not an intro, a last time on or a next time on, it's only about 15 minutes per episode.
I love how shows like animes get away with that, like making a episode seem like it's longer than it actually
when
is.
it's shown, it's like a stupid soap opera. It's like you gotta put one out every week, and how do you expect to animating takes time.
Yeah, Alright. Why is he just everywhere? I love how he's like
nuts.
Yeah, I love
Have they called him Don Knotts yet, or is it?
No, they probably couldn't use like the likeness.
It's still funny though. I like
Uh-huh.
it. I likened this. But
Aw.
yeah, I don't know. I like the characters. It's cool.
Uh-huh.
It's a fun show. You can have it on, you can do other stuff, and you can just have it on in the background.
I've considered like watching something like that because yeah, I work with somebody who's like obsessed with it. Well, not obsessed, but they really.
I like it more than Dragon Ball Z.
I've tried to get into Dragon Ball Z multiple times.
It's hard.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I feel like you have to have nostalgia for it
Yeah,
nowadays.
more like drag on these balls.
Not to say I don't have nostalgia for Naruto, and that might be part of the reason why I still enjoy it. But I feel like they do a good job, like not telling you stuff and then letting you
Figure it out.
yeah, well, with the fighting and stuff, it's very direct. They're gonna let you know everything. But with like the actual like character development and stuff, they let you figure that out. And I'm like, hey, thanks for throwing me a bone there, and not having to point out every little thing.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know where I'm going now.
You wanna do a cut?
Well, we might just end her off here.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, I guess we'll see you next time. Toodaloo.